Oops. Here we go. I'm ready.
Yeah, we're gonna restart.
Oh, okay. Then
Well, the
I'll
stream's
definitely be
live,
ready.
but yeah, yeah, yeah. Were you finishing your dinner there?
I had a little beef jerky.
Okay, I was like, is GP chewing gum on commentary? Because I'm gonna
No,
have to
no,
say
not at
something.
all. Just cleaning my
I was
teeth.
like, why would he do that? Like 80 races into our commentary run.
Nah. No, all you'll hear is this.
Yeah, I'm used to that sound. You know what? That doesn't bother me as much as chewing. Chewing drives me nuts.
It should.
But it,
It should.
I don't, it's just I find it very annoying. But sipping and drinking, not as much. I kind of understand that. But yeah, I was always like, you'd go on you're going to like a party chat with people, and there's like somebody eating snacks while they're playing video games. It's like, bro, like, can you not? Like, I'm not like I would just mute them. I'm just like, sorry, but I can't listen to you eat snacks. Like, it's over.
Well, I think what's worse is hearing
Oh yeah,
somebody fucking breathe. It's like,
yeah. Like the mic's so close to their mouth
yeah.
that you hear like every breath they take. Yeah, it's a bit much.
So what happened? The lobby kind of funky, or
Um,
did they ready up too quick? There was somebody else wanting to enter,
yeah,
join.
exactly.
Oh, I like that.
Somebody readied up too quick, and then Janet got booted, and just so it was like, well, he's not gonna be on the grid because he's booted.
No, we gotta have Janet.
What's that?
I didn't say anything. I muted my. Excuse me. I muted myself for a second.
Sorry, no, I was just wondering what. It doesn't look like the stream is live for some reason.
It says it's posted that
Yeah,
it's live
it
now,
says
but
it's live. Yeah, there's nothing going on though. Okay, you know what? Let's just restart the stream and delete this one. Yeah, I'm not live. Okay.
excuse me.
Well, there we go. Our whole little spiel at the beginning has been erased from history. Well, it's not erased from history. It's still there, but actually, I don't know when the stream actually shut down.
I'm joining now, hopefully. Yeah, the way that the lobby setup uh, information is set up, I looked at it and it just,
You got a
I
big
expected.
spectator.
Oops, my bad.
Sorry, I didn't
Nope,
mean
that's
to
okay.
cut you off, but
Nope, that's perfectly fine. I expected to see Sprint. I thought I'd seen Sprint as one of the, I don't know, items that you'd look there. It says, practice none, quali one shot, but then it says race 14 laps and 19 laps. I could have sworn I'd seen in the past it said sprint.
nah,
No?
I don't think it ever did.
Okay.
I don't. Maybe for F1.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so private's missing. and then we're good to go. All right. Yeah, we're live. I forgot about that.
Nice.
But
Hey,
yeah,
everybody.
Zenith Online Racing. Back season 9, round 4 of F2. We've made it 4 races into the season now for F2, which is great. It's been really quality so far, so I'm looking forward to tonight. So we're going to be a little bit later than we normally are to restart, so back on it now, and yeah, should be a good one.
Expected. I was so excited. You told me last week. It's like it's unbelievable, and you couldn't have been more uh, accurate. It's just such close racing, and judging by
Yeah,
what the guys had said in the Discord chat, they seem to feel like it's really it's easier to race side by side with guys without
yeah.
worrying that you might take them out. So that's a wonderful thing to have if you're racing. You want to be aggressive, but you don't want to take anybody out. Knowing that you can do that, feeling far more confident. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
What the heck?
Sorry, just doing Discord business.
That's okay.
Um, yeah, but yeah, no, it's they like the guys were able to like bump each other and kind of get away with it. It didn't send them into oblivion. So it's the racing's a lot better. It's a lot, I would say, harder. Like I mean, in terms of like toughness, like guys are willing to like really put you on the edge to make you back out. And yeah, it's been quality, man. I mean, F2. If you watch F2 in like real life as well, it's really good, really
Hmm.
really good. I enjoy watching, like when I'm having a race weekend where I'm watching F1. I'm kind of like I want to get my fix in, and I usually throw the F2 sprint or feature on. I usually do the F1 race on Sunday, then the feature.
This may be sacrilegious, but really, the F1 races, I have to see the beginning. I have to see the first couple laps because that's really where the excitement is.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, as it plays out, it kind of everybody spreads out and whatnot. But this is different. This is a lot different.
absolutely. Yeah, it's really good. It's been a lot of fun so far, and the reverse grid really spices up the sprint race aspect of it. So, but yeah, we're on. I mean, this is break week, but F2 still rolling along, which is probably why we didn't see as many guys out this week. I do find that when we set up the break week, there's just a very general lack of interest in people racing. Everybody's just kind of like, yeah, you know what, I don't feel like racing this week anyway, so I'm out. But last week we had what, like 17 cars out? Like that was
Mm-hmm.
really good.
Yep. Yep. Well, I think that as we go along, it appears to me, and the consensus from a lot of the guys that have been racing in here is this F2 is how competitive it can be. And obviously, I mean, everybody's driving basically with the same setup, so that adds intrigue, because that you can't say, oh, he must be running a slippery setup. Everybody's running basically the same
Yeah.
setup. So what happened to Jinnit? We lost Jinnit and Asylum. Asylum was DQ'd. What's going
I
on here?
believe Jinnit
Uh,
purposely retired because he likes to start at the back.
okay.
Um, I don't know
Fr-
why.
Freaking Jinnit.
Freaking Jinnit. I mean, he's like right at the back. Like even the disqualified guys are ahead of him. Look at the top three though: Rex, Soy, and Carson, all within half a tenth of each other.
Oh my.
Imagine being Soy or Carson. You're that close. You were that close to picking up 2 points in one lap. You do one lap and pick up 2 points. Like that's a quality little bonus for you.
And happy to say my old teammate, Terminal Deity, in fourth.
Yeah, that's a really good result for Terminal. So he'll be starting what, sixth for the sprint? It's not too
Yeah,
bad.
he would be sixth. Yep.
It's not bad at all. I think Terminal might be all right from there. I remember, I think he was saying that he had uninstalled the game and like the idea of racing F2 really like he basically re-downloaded the game because he thought it was going to be a lot of fun and
Yeah.
mhm.
Well,
He's been out here every week since we started it. So a lot of other guys too. I mean, really, this is tonight is the core of our. Tonight's the core of our F2 guys. Like these are the guys that are here every week, and then
you
there's
mean
other guys that
you
are
mean
trickling in
the
here and there.
ZOR guys, right? Not just F2 guys. Or the guys that are here are the guys that are usually
Yeah, that's what
making
I
even
mean.
F1 races.
Yeah, well, they're there for the F1 always, but like the F2 is sort of, it's like a thrown together last minute thing. But these guys really kind of gave it life. Like the guys that are
Hmm.
here tonight are the same people that laid the foundation in race one for us to actually like build and get some extra drivers in here every week. So
Yep. And
it's
Asylum. I was going to say
yeah.
Asylum hosting, um,
Hmm.
getting out the invites. I've done that for a couple seasons, and it can be somewhat tedious, not necessarily stressful, but you got
Just
things to
yeah.
do. You want to race, and you're obligated to make sure everybody gets in there, make sure that the race is set up properly and whatnot. So, and you have a good connection. So, hats
Yeah.
off to him for stepping up and making it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I've given him props in the Discord for that. Like it's an underrated role. Like as an admin, like having someone that is going to be there every week racing that is willing to set the lobby up and make sure everybody gets in there and it just kind of like organizes everything and steady as anything. Steady as anybody that I've had host lobbies. Like if it was say next week he's off and he's like, oh, I can't be there this week, so we find someone else to host, right? Like it'd probably be easier for me to just do it myself than have to get somebody else all the instructions and rules and whatnot. Just do it myself, and then the following week he could step right back in because I doubt he's missing more than one race. So yeah, great job,
Yeah, it's one
Stephanie.
less thing for you guys to have to worry about. If you know tier one, tier two, well, they used to be tier three, but we'll say the F2 tier,
Hmm.
knowing that, okay, we got the guys that are going to be here pretty much every week. They can set up the lobby. They have a good connection. That's one less thing you guys have to worry about.
Yeah,
It allows you to have more time to focus on maybe other delicate things that you may not want to have to deal with, but at least you don't need to worry about this aspect of it. Are we in an exceedingly long delay here?
not too sure. Not too sure. I don't know what's going on. It looks like we were waiting for Carson to take a leak.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. All right, cool. So, all right, let's get the feature race formation lap going. Check the tires for everybody. Everybody mediums.
Did you say feature race?
I may have said feature race, but it is the sprint race. All right, so Asylum
14.
on sprint race pole.
Uh,
You know what? I think Asylum will win this sprint. Put
I
him
hope
on
so.
pole.
New wheel.
You put him. Yeah, that's true. The new wheel thing, that might be an issue. But yeah, you put him on pole for a sprint race. I could easily see him putting this one on the top shelf. Rex starting 10th. He's gonna have some work to do. It's a tricky track for overtaking. Actually, yeah, that's another reason. Like, why did Jinnit? I guess. I mean, I don't know.
It is
Jinnit, I'm sure, would
14
love to
laps.
win F2, but like, I'm sure his real target is to win like Tier 1, right? So.
He just loves to
Jinnit really
race.
cares. Well, he
That's
does just love to
obvious.
race, but like
So, yeah.
you don't want to start at the back in Hungary. So, again, like for Jinnit, maybe he's thinking, I don't mind starting at the back. I know it's gonna be tough to overtake, but like I'm not here to like dominate everybody. I just want to race, right?
Yeah, I mean, as wonderful as it is to start on pole and lead start to finish and win a race. Um, I mean, I think we all race because it's fun to be able to pass cars and
Yeah,
be faster than
exactly.
them. So I can understand him not necessarily wanting to start in the back, but at least he guarantees himself the opportunity to pass a bunch of cars. So I
All
think last
right.
week he went from like 13th to 14th to like ninth or 10th in the first lap. So
All right, the grid is reformed. Everybody lined up for round 4 of F2 Zenith Online Racing Season 9. We're in Hungary. Let's get those lights going. 3, 4, 5 lights are on. We are off. Terrible, terrible views here. Wow, great start for JetJu. He's flying down the straight. He might be in the lead after this. And few cars deep. Everybody getting through clean.
got
Looks like it.
through.
Yes. And nice job from everyone there. Wow, look at this. The entire
This is
field side by
unbelievable.
side. Oh, there's a bit of damage. Somebody's off into the wall there, but I did see some front wing go on somebody's car. It looks like the Red Bull off the track there. That might have been Asylum. Wow, look
Yeah,
at these guys coming through that corner. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I caught the whole field making that turn. It was a great shot. You definitely go back and check this after. This first lap. Whew. My goodness.
what's going on? I don't have the sound. I got to change my. Oh, I turned it off for the interviews last time. There we, there we go.
The fastest in Sector 2. Asylum's trying to get back in front here where he thinks he belongs. Oh, and there's Toblerone just trying to sneak through. Gives a little nudge to Jet2, but everything's copacetic there. Man, look at these guys. Whew. Again, the entire field within like half a second of each other.
Well,
Here
that
comes
didn't fix it.
Carson. Carson down the inside onto Captain. Oh, a little bit of a bump there. Captain's gone wide, I believe. I think he's okay, though. Trying to recover that back on Rex. Oh, somebody got a yellow flag somewhere.
Ooh,
I'm sure who that is. Captain's dropped a few places on this lap, and here we go at the front, too. The front, there's some action. I think somebody's jumping around the order here. Glitched out or something. Okay, let's get back to this battle. Jinnit now. Trying to...
yeah. For some reason, the audio, I'm not getting the cars as loud as I'm accustomed to. So,
Oh, Terminal! Terminal got into the back of the car in front, and he's had a little half spin, but he's got it back facing forward, so he's really not too far off the field. If there's a bunch of battling going on in front of him, he should be okay. There's a little bit of contact there with the Red Bull car and spot. I think that might have been Villeneuve and spot up, or spot up into captain perhaps. Rex already up to P3 here. DRS is enabled. Soy Loco looking to make a move. Soy has been really strong in these F2 cars so far.
Look at him. He's got the inside. Now he can go around the outside on this. I've seen many guys do it. Oh, he doesn't even have to.
No, Soy makes the move. Jet Jew dropping places here. Jinnit trying to sneak through as well. Oh, there's a bit of contact. Looks like Jinnit had to get out of that, but it was not the greatest place for an overtake. Definitely the opportunity was there. I don't think Jinnit was in the wrong trying it, but it's just tough to get two cars through there without a little wobble.
So third lap, Jinnit's up to P6 and after starting P12.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised by that at all. I mean, he's probably having a great time. You gotta think these guys with these really nice Fanatec wheels and the nice setups, this has got to be like just incredible stuff. To be wheel to wheel, like feeling every little bump, every little twitch through your rig. Like, it's just got to be such a fun experience.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a little contact there between Rex and I think that was Carson.
Yeah,
Carson
and Rex. Yep. Carson red, but in a Red Bull livery. Confusing.
So the damage setup, is that reduced in this?
It's just the front wing and the wheels.
Okay.
So it's the same as the F1 races, but the standard rate. So, like, if you do whack your front wing, you're going to lose a piece. Whoa, Rex had a huge slide there. Wow. I was just going to say, I think it was worse than I thought it was at first. He's lost a lot of time there.
A lot of guys did say, or some of the guys did say, that it's easy to recover from, kind of losing traction. That might be case in point right there.
Jet2 and Asylum are having a really good battle here. Asylum, really, that race start kind of just ruined his sprint race. Like, he dropped like a stone. You gotta remember, though, he is getting used to that new wheel. Gotta give him that. I was thinking, like, man, he seems to really be struggling out there, but I mean, this is like literally the first racing experience on the new wheel, so that's pretty understandable. He's actually doing a pretty solid job given that.
He just got it yesterday or today, right? I mean, today was his first day really being able to use it, I thought.
I think so, yeah. Today was like the first day of actually like using it and practicing and whatnot.
So setting up all the wheel intricacies, the force feedback and turning radius, all that good stuff. So
some spot up triples. Looking to make a move onto captain.
So up at the front, Carson's now within nearly half a second of the big tubular one. He was over a second. So he's making some inroads here. We could have a battle for the lead very shortly.
Really good little battle going on here. Spot up Terminal into captain. So Terminal right back in the mix now. I mean, the points are right there. It's not like you're out of the race when you have a little moment like that. I'm saying he caught that half spin, and I really think he saved his sprint race. He's got plenty of time to make some ground up here. If there is a safety car in the next lap or two, do you think guys come in for softs?
Oh boy.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
The back, right?
I would, because the safety car will take up another lap or two. And it is just the sprint. I say just the sprint.
You don't have to pit, so you could just put another pair of mediums on if you don't like. I don't know if if it's medium and hard or medium and soft here. But whatever tire is available, I mean, you take the freshest, softest compound and get back out there, right? I mean, I think from Villeneuve down, you're out of the points. Put the softs on. You got to do something, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
And now Carson is
a nice move.
Carson
trying to go around the outside. Sorry.
No, that's
He's
okay.
really close.
Yeah, Carson is really pressing Toblerone now.
Toblerone?
Toblerone. Toblerone. One.
To
Own. Tub.
Toblerone. I'm pretty sure it's Toblerone. Like the chocolate bar.
So how
No,
do you say?
serious. I'm pretty sure that's the whole point.
So how do you say Carson? Is it
Uh, Carson? It's just Carson.
just Carson? The
Yeah.
C and the Carson. Why
It's
did? How did
Carson
I?
C10. I mean, it's probably like his last initial and the number 10. Why
Well,
are
you
we
know,
talking about this? Like,
I don't know.
we got a race going on here. They've got Asylum trying to make a move and Carson trying to make a move. But yeah, Toblerone. I think it's the big Toblerone. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of reference to his wiener, I'm imagining.
Okay. Uh,
That's the only thing I can think of. Like, what is the big Toblerone? Like, what the hell does that mean?
I don't know. That's something that we can ask him in the chat Discord.
All right, we'll
Yeah,
get to
if
the
we did
bottom of
that,
this
we'd
for
have to
next
ask
week.
everybody what the heck, why they got their names. And
True.
I'm surprised Rex, as fast as he always is really not. Doesn't appear to be making any inroads to these guys out front, even though they're
Asylum
battling.
really giving Hightower a go here. Trying to go around the outside. I think he got a better run down this hill. Him and Hightower still side by side, and Asylum through. Nice job. Asylum starting to make a little headway here.
Yeah, he's starting to get the feel for the wheel, maybe.
Yeah, that could be dangerous for the future.
Last couple laps, Carson's had the DRS. He has not been able to pass Toblerone. And actually, he's
Toblerone.
losing ground.
Tobler 1. The big Tobler 1. I'm almost like 95% sure he's going for Toblerone, not Tobler 1.
That's fine. I'll go with Toblerone.
If I'm wrong, I'll send you $20 after the race.
Yeah, okay.
I will. I'm just that certain. There's no way. I'll buy you a
Well,
beer.
well,
I'll buy you. Well, how many beers would that buy you? That buy you like 12 beers probably in America, right?
hey, no, buy me a bottle of whiskey.
Well, $20 Canadian probably would buy you about 15, probably about $16 worth of alcohol there.
I have no idea what the exchange rate is at this point.
It's not good. I'll tell you
Not
that.
good for Canadians?
Not good for Canadians. Your money goes a lot further here.
Well,
Like
that's changed.
30% further, probably.
It wasn't that way for the last, in recent history,
Well, there was
as
like
far
a
as I
few.
remember.
There was like a 2 or 3 year run where our dollar was actually better, and I was like, "That's
Correct.
impressive."
Yeah.
But that was very short-lived, and it's back to where it belongs now.
Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's where it belongs.
Whatever. Yeah, it's probably where it belongs.
So Jennett now up into P4, and he's looking to give Rex a little
Somebody went
tap.
off there. It was Hightower. I was gonna say, I thought I saw a car veer to the right and just disappear from the frame. Hightower with a huge moment there.
Yeah, he's
Might
all the way
have
back in
damage.
P11.
Villeneuve's actually putting on a good push here. He's been pressuring a few guys in front of him.
Let's see if Jennett can
And
make
that
this
final
move.
point
Now.
place, trying to gain another.
Jennett looking. No, no. I'm sure he's tapped Rex on the shoulder a couple times and said, "Hey, do you mind?"
Yeah, this is kind of the spot in the field where Jinnit isn't just sneaking by in some random corner. Like, he's got to really earn it once he gets to that top three. Like, those are the fastest guys here tonight. Toblerone's actually kind of, like, kind of driving above his usual standards, I would say, at this point. Like, normally he wouldn't be out front kind of like maintaining a lead.
Well, he's got some company now. Jinnit, along with T-Rex and Carson. I mean, Jinnit can see. He can see the leader now.
Yeah.
And again, Rex is no slouch. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting to see how Jinnit might work this out to try to get by. But Rex is no slouch. This might be a little too much for Jinnit to overcome at this point.
Villeneuve sliding down the inside here on Jetju. Now he's going to be on the outside into the penultimate little hairpin here.
Oh, he's got a
final hairpin. He's really got a shot at this. He's got that better line too. That inside line's a lot quicker, I find. He's got the DRS. I think he can get this done. Let's go, Villeneuve. Got a couple points here. There he goes, down the inside. Under braking. I think he's quicker, so once he gets in front, I think he can get away. There he goes. Takes the place from Jetju. Jetju trying to fight that back, but Villeneuve's going to cover that inside line nicely. And he's pretty much got that done. I think he's good. Let's get back to the front. Jinnit.
Look at this.
I mean, look at this. Yeah, I was going to say, look at this.
10 laps
2,
in
3,
and you got
4.
Yeah.
4 cars, all capable of winning this race at this moment. Actually, Carson has a time penalty. I completely ignored penalties.
Ooh. Yes. That was very recent.
3 seconds. So, and that's going to put him. I mean, Soy's almost in range to get Carson with that penalty. Not what you want to be doing.
Oh, Rex on the inside of Carson.
I was going to say Carson went really deep into that corner, and that's opened the door for Rex. He's trying to take advantage of this. Side by side, I think he's. Oh, they both have DRS.
Oh,
so
wow. And so it's a Jinnit.
He's going to get the better run here. I'm on board with Jinnit, and this is a great view. Look at these two side by side, and Jinnit just looking for his scraps like a vulture.
Awesome racing, guys.
Lurking off the podium.
I got the helicopter view. This is awesome. Now Jinnit on the inside of, and Jinnit gets by. Jinnit got by Carson.
We're gonna use that chopper cam. Good call.
Yeah, on board with Carson, I got the chopper cam.
Terminal's out. Oh my, could this be a safety car? It is a safety car.
Oh God.
My goodness. Everybody got a pit. No, nobody pit.
I wouldn't.
I would only pit if I was outside the points.
Yep.
Because you have nothing to lose.
So there's only one guy. Only one guy would pit.
It'll only to P8 on the sprint.
I would, I guess if I were in 7th, if I were Villeneuve or certainly Private Jet, I'd spot up triples. I think that P9 you got to come in. I mean, there's only 2 guys behind you. Get on the softs. You should be able to recover those 2 spots if in fact they didn't pit along with you. I would assume that this is going to be a very quick safety car
so as well. I mean, obviously we have till the leaders catch the group. I'm interested to see who goes in the pits, but I have to run to the washroom. I'm going to take this opportunity to do that.
It looks like nobody to this point.
Well, you can call if anybody does go in. I will be back in about a minute.
Let's see. So Villeneuve was the first one I thought might go. Nope. So, there we go. So the first one would be Hightower. And I'm assuming the captain. Nope, captain's going to stay out. He's going to gain that extra spot. I assume Hightower's got to go to the softs. He's only losing 1 position as well, so I think that's a good call for him. He might be able to get spot up as well. And onto the softs. I would expect that the safety car would be coming in at the end of this lap. At least history has proven that to be the case. So back up to the front. Toblerone.
Safety cars this close to the end, they you usually restart pretty quick.
Yeah, I
So
would
that
think
might
that.
be the only risk with pitting, and I could see why somebody would consider not doing it for that reason.
Yeah, and I think you're right now that it's like Hightower might not have a chance to catch up to these guys, and so yeah, my bad. That's why I don't win races.
No, I don't think it's your fault. Safety car is in this lap, though.
Yep.
It just
Yep.
really depends how much Toblerone slows the field down. Actually, Captain's almost there. Oh, sorry, Hightower is nowhere near, though.
Hightower is the one that pit. Yeah, captain stayed out, and apparently that was a wise decision.
I mean, if Hightower does get anywhere near these guys, his tires are going to be really warm.
Yeah, he's cruising. He's doing everything he can. Where
I
is he?
think Toblerone's gone a little too quick, honestly. He really didn't let that safety car get away.
Here we go. I wish we could choose our camera view.
It would be too complicated, honestly. I've thought about that, but I'm like, I don't really have time to choose what I want to see or the angle I want to see because you almost have to jump around so often.
No, but I mean, I think that having the helicopter view as a choice,
Okay, yeah, just
you
permanently.
know when you want that.
Yeah, that's true.
So Toblerone has been able to hold on to the lead, and Rex is right behind him. Jeanette's actually fallen back a little bit, surprised by that. And
Oh, there's contact.
Oh!
Jinnit and Soy run into each other, and then here comes Asylum trying to sneak through. Oh my goodness. Asylum trying to capitalize on the incident there. So Soy got out of it to let Jinnit recover, but then Asylum just snuck right through, and so did Villeneuve.
Yeah. So final lap coming up here, and explain to us exactly what happens here. You win the feature. I'm sorry, the sprint race, and the results of the sprint race produce what?
Points.
Just
Oh,
points.
there's a moment there. I think it was Jetju. Yeah. Carson's dropped down the order.
Oh, another again. Then there goes the captain. Captain gets that. Oh, just unfortunate. There was very little contact, but it was right on the turn.
Hightower is just nowhere near these guys.
My bad. Sorry, Hightower. Hope you weren't listening to my advice.
I mean, I said he should do it as well, and I didn't think about the fact that the safety car would come in instantly.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it is better that it did. Like, really. Like, we don't want to watch one lap of racing.
No.
If it was a lap earlier, Hightower, I think, would have been set. But, I mean, he's gaining a lot of time, but it's just not enough at all.
So it looks like Toblerone is on his way to getting, what do you get, 8 points for the victory?
I believe it is... I think it's like 15,
Is it
12.
that many?
I think so.
Yeah. I think it's
Maybe
through
it is
to
8.
P8. Through to P8. That maybe that's where I'm
It is
getting
2
the 8.
P8, but it might be 8 to 1. It might go 8 to 1.
Okay. So
The
it
feature
looks
is like normal scoring, 25 down to 1, 1 to 10. Comes Rex. And he's close, really, on the last lap here with that DRS now active.
that is the race.
Oh, sorry, it is race.
I was like, oh my God, is there that much of a glitch here? Because I think the race is
enabled,
over.
yeah. My goodness, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize that was the final lap.
That's okay. GP's here to help you out.
Rex was bloody close there. P2, and Jeanette will take third. Wow. I just like to call the end of the race like P1, P2, and I honestly just didn't realize it was the final lap. So, good result for quite a few guys. Started
Wow,
further down
Rex.
the field.
Rex driver of the day. I would have expected it would have been Jeanette, but I guess Rex
Rex to P2 from P10, I mean, fairly understandable.
Okay.
Jinnit was P12 to P3. I think that's probably like on par.
At that point, yeah, finishing second probably supersedes the number of positions gained
Right.
when they're that close.
The captain. Okay, it's 10, 8, 6, 5. Why do we have two drivers with 5? Okay, fastest lap for Asylum.
Oh,
So
nice.
there's your points there. 10, 8, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. That's fair. I like that. That's like almost close to the old format of F1 scoring. Remember when it used to be 1 to 6?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was
Six, you
like
get 6
10.
points for a win.
No, 10 for a win and 6 for second, I think, was what it
Well, I'm
was,
going
right?
further back.
Oh, 6 points for a win. Yeah, you are a lot older than I
Back
am,
when I
aren't you?
was a kid,
Back in
and
my
all the
day.
streets were dirt, no
Yeah,
such thing as sidewalks, and we still had hitching
railroad
posts for the
horses.
horses.
I like how I went to a horse joke and then you basically confirmed the age of horses. Good stuff.
All right, now the feature race. Hopefully nobody hits the X button too quickly here.
Hopefully not. I would really like to get through this night without any horse poop at the hitching post. No horse shit at the hitching post, please. Back in my day, y'all used to get 6 points for a win. We used to drive without seatbelts, drunk everywhere. True or false?
Yeah, you use the hand crank at the front of the car. Or in the back of the car, remember that? Well, no, I'm mixing up two things, never mind.
I don't even remember 6 points for first in F1. I'm
No,
not going to
no,
remember the hand
Formula One,
crank behind
yeah,
the
no,
car.
Formula One cars. Well, maybe I'm thinking of Indy cars. Maybe they were the same,
They
but they
still do
used to,
that.
yeah, they'd start it from the back with the fucking,
I
I
think they
don't know
still
what you,
kind of do that in F1, and you just don't really see them do it often because
I don't, I don't think they, oh, maybe they do. Maybe they do. And we just don't see it when they're on the grid there. Well,
they
you'll
do
see
it
it
in
this
F2.
this coming summer here. You let us know. You're going to be right
I
there.
will. I will. I don't know if I can see the back of the garage from where I'm sitting, but
Well, they don't
if we
leave
can
the car
start them in
running
the
when they're
pit
sitting on the
box.
grid, do they? Or they shut the car off, the drivers walk away,
True. Yeah. Yeah. True. That's a good point.
and then when they come back, it'd be interesting to see how they start those cars. I know that it used to be the way. Maybe it's still, maybe not.
I'd imagine. I I feel like I've seen it fairly recently. I don't know if it would be years and years ago at this stage, but I feel like I definitely have seen them do that fairly recently. I don't know if it. I don't recall if I've seen it this year, but it might just be something we're not seeing on like the broadcast, right?
Right. Yeah, there's far more going on these days. They got the celebrities
Yeah.
there, and it's a big show versus back in its primitive years, back when I was a kid. Actually, no. The primitive years was way before I was a kid.
All right. So Rex getting on with it pretty quick here, but top two on mediums. Then we got Carson on softs, Terminal on mediums, Toblerone, spot up triples on softs, Hightower on mediums. The next four, Jet Jew, Captain, Asylum, Villeneuve on softs, and Jinnit in 12th on mediums. Pretty even again.
Yeah.
5 and 7 on the strategy split.
Who would you
Last
give the
week it was
advantage to here? You got the top three, so you got two medium runners and the soft runner of Carson. Who's would you give the advantage to, the mediums or the soft tire driver?
Rex is so fast. I don't think he'll be I mean, Soy's been pretty damn strong in these F2 cars, so I think Carson will get by Soy, and that might disrupt his race enough that Rex can kind of build a gap and maintain it. Carson very well could get by Rex as well and just kind of get in front, but I don't think it's going to mean a whole lot. So what I'm thinking is Rex is in prime position with the tires, the spot he's in. Soy, if he gets a good launch, could maybe just leapfrog the two of them and completely change that. I don't really know. I think Hightower in 7th on the mediums is interesting. I think, these guys on softs are going to be struggling to get through, and eventually Hightower is going to come into a position where he's on a better strategy rate with those guys. So see him maybe get into the top 4, maybe even a sneaky podium, but it really depends on, limiting mistakes and perfecting that strategy. So Jinnit parks it in P12. We are ready to go racing here. Round 4 of F2. 3, 4, 5 lights on. We're racing. Looks like a bad start for Rex. A lot of wheel spin. Here comes Carson on those softs. Absolutely flying. And he's down the middle, 3 abreast into turn 1.
Oh, a little contact.
Looking for some space. Yeah, he's looking for a little room here. Toblerone down the inside on Soy.
Huge.
Toblerone, is he through? It looks like no. Soy maybe hanging on. Carson into the lead.
He's got to hold this. He's got to hold this.
He has to hang on. He's got the grip. And there it is. Carson in front. Beautiful start for those soft tires. That's exactly what he needs.
That's what he, yeah.
In the lead on lap 1 to make that strategy work. Nope, Toblerone has gone round. It looks like he took Soy with him.
Oh, and there goes... The captain did almost the same thing, sorry.
Yeah, Soy and Toblerone with some contact. They were side by... So, whoa, there's a little... Someone's gone off the road there trying to avoid a collision, it looked like.
Yeah, that's a Cylon.
Yes, sorry, Soy and Toblerone had some kind of contact there. They were side by side going through that really fast corner, and I mean, that is just... If neither's going to yield, how can you really blame the other guy for that, right? Like, that's kind of how I see something like that.
It's very tough when it's the first lap. Everybody's jockeying for position, unless it's really egregious. Absolutely. I mean, you have to stay the course.
Yeah, I mean, if you go into the corner side by side, you can't really expect either party to. If one guy takes a lunge and expects to just bounce off the guy and carry on, then of course that's an issue, right?
So Carson here has built a nearly three-quarter second lead over second place T-Rex, and so obviously he needs to get out of that DRS, that 1 second range. And I think the mediums, this is probably where he will...
Jetu bottomed out on the curb there. Him and Jinnit were scrapping, and he got on the curb, and once he got on the brakes, the whole car just slid down the curb. It didn't even stop. So I think and rode the curb.
I think Carson on the. I think those soft tires. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the sector 2 is the technical part, and so I would assume that the softs are really going to be the advantage. And you can see it actually. He's built his lead up to over a second now, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to get to that front straight. Well, he's got another lap to do it.
I believe DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap. But I don't know if Rex will have it. Obviously, he's out of the range anyways now.
Jinnit already up to P5 and pressing spot up and terminal for... actually, this is technically a battle for third. Podium position. On the mediums.
Hightower kind of just putting along behind them. Definitely, like I said, could be sneaky podium contender now that Soy and Toblerone got knocked further down.
So this is really interesting. So Carson starting third is now the leader on the softs, and he's executed what he needed to do. He's gotten out front now. Really fascinating to see if this actually is the good strategy. Is this going to work out for him? They all have to pit again,
Yeah, absolutely.
obviously.
I think it could work. You got to think if he builds a big enough gap during the soft stint, he more than likely is going to be in clear air with the pit stop. How long they are in F2 and how close the field is. Whoa, Jinnit! Where's that terminal? Was terminal? I believe terminal got a little loose there, dropped.
I would expect that these soft runners would be staying out till what, like lap 8, 9, 8, maybe before they box.
Probably
maybe
lap
even
8.
7, 8. Mediums probably go about 12 laps or so.
Jetju and Hightower scrapping through position.
Jetju on the inside.
On the outside. And Toblerone in the mix now suddenly as well.
Love it. Jetju just on the inside and just, ooh. All of a sudden somebody else is
wide
there.
Into turn 1.
Toblerone. I was just say that was awesome seeing Private. He made the pass on the inside. He didn't drift all the way to the outside. He left plenty of room for Private, and I always love seeing that. I just love seeing the awareness of the drivers on track position.
Really good overtake from Toblerone there. He got by Jetju and Hightower, and put himself in a decent spot. I think he's got a time penalty he's going to have to deal with at the end of the race, but yeah, looking strong despite the early spin.
Jinnit is in the gearbox of Spot Up.
Yeah, he's all over him here.
Spot Up, just look forward. Don't worry about Jinnit. So back at the front, Carson has built up a little over 2-second lead. He's got another, by our estimate, another 3 laps on those softs. Wow, Rex already 8 away. Incredible. Now Carson.
Yeah, he's starting to. I think the mediums are starting to become the slightly
probably
better tire.
Yeah, and again, I really think that the middle sector here, the I don't know if I dare call it a technical center, but a sector. But it is. And he went really wide there. And maybe the softs are giving up a lot sooner than we expect, or that I expect.
It's
you didn't hear my
possible.
phone ding, did you?
I did slightly hear that, yes.
Okay. Damn it. I'll fix that.
Just Asylum here putting some pressure on Soy. So yeah, I do think the softs, I mean, in a lap or two, they're not going to be great, are they?
Well, here we are again, going through the middle sector, and he's rebuilt his lead to just over 2.25 seconds.
Oh, big moment for Asylum there. Really wide and got a little loose, but straightened it out and kept going. Toblerone now on the back of Terminal here. The pace is there. He just got tangled up in that incident. And Soy hasn't really recovered from that. I mean, maybe the softs are working okay still.
Oh! Soy almost lost it coming out of the final turn, and that's allowed Asylum to really get up on pretty close to his gearbox.
Toblerone all over Terminal here. Got the DRS, and he's trying to go around the outside. Terminal just parked it on the racing line. Great defending from Terminal. Nowhere for Toblerone to go.
I taught him everything he knows. Terminal, that
Terminal defending nicely.
We were teammates for like freaking 3 or 4 seasons in a row. Great time.
Yeah. Oh, and there goes Toblerone. Beautiful overtake in a very unusual place.
So there is still life in those softs.
I was going to say, maybe some guys just getting a little more out of them than others. It does look like maybe Carson just had a little bit of a mistake
Yeah, because he's up to
Because
two
he
and three
is,
quarter seconds now.
yeah, or, oh, big spin, spot up triples off the track. Did you see from the helicopter cam? I just saw his car go right off. I was saying, maybe those mediums, just not a great tire? Is that possible?
Well, spot up is on the softs.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I think he just made a mistake, but I'm just saying, like, the pace of the mediums 5 laps in, they don't seem to be
Spot up is
improving a whole
boxing.
lot. And I mean, this, I was gonna say, like, the softs, you're in a window where you can pit to the mediums and get to the end,
Oh
so
man. Spot up triples with a 5-second penalty for speeding into pit lane, and so does the captain. Oh man. But here we are, lap 7, so this is what we thought might be the earliest time for the soft runners to change, and here we go. The captain as well. These guys now are hoping for a safety car. So Jinnit, again, our P12 last spot defuncto qualifier, up to P3. De facto defuncto.
I'm not shocked, honestly.
No, yeah, we could... Jinnit's been in this league as long as I've been, and maybe longer. And that's just the way he's good. He's good, he's fast, and he's got big elbows. Huge elbows.
No matter where he starts, he just carves through the field.
Heavy foot.
Right as we're pumping him up, he puts the fastest lap in. On 7-lap old mediums.
So Villeneuve 65, 1965. You think that that's when he was born? 1965?
Indeed I do, because he's confirmed his age.
Okay. He's the old man now.
I believe he's 58.
Oh, he's the old man, not me. Congratulations, Villeneuve. You're the old man, and I'm rooting for you.
It's funny, you guys. I remember you guys got into a crash a couple of weeks ago, and I was just like,
oh well.
Like, you remember the old man fight in The Simpsons where they're like barely hurting each other? They're just like, just like.
So that's what you saw.
Yeah, I was like, look at these old farts going at it. Who let them drive? Yeah. Anyways. Oh no, he's having a really good night, man. He's been very competitive tonight, and you know, like you said, he's putting pressure on Terminal now on old softs.
Carson's
he's been
pitting.
Really solid tonight. All right, let's see. This is going to shake things up a little bit. Captain picking up more penalties. Jetju into the pits. Villeneuve stays out. Can't blame him. He's right in that DRS range. Does he have the DRS?
Oh,
yes, he does.
Jetju. Man, that's 3 guys out of 12 so far that have gotten a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane.
Yeah, it's a little
you
surprising,
might not get that,
actually.
Yeah, you might not get that for 2 or 3 weeks. All 3, well, all 2 tiers, 3 tiers.
Right. Villeneuve now in P4, and he's in, like you said, those soft tires in Sector 2, they seem to be working a lot better. All the soft guys closed up through here.
I would assume that the last 2 guys now, so you got Asylum and Villeneuve, they can't gain any more by staying out on those softs, right?
I mean, other than fresher tires at the end, no.
They're probably losing more than they'll gain.
I guess because they're kind of getting held up now, like that could be a factor. But if you're Asylum or Villeneuve and you actually can get by, why not? Like, here comes Asylum going around the outside. He's looking, or sorry, the inside. Not a great place for an overtake there, though.
This is great, though, for
Rex
Asylum.
into the pits, actually. off the mediums now, so he's going to take the
Ooh,
softs long. Maybe he's hearing what
wow.
we're saying about the softs kind of hanging in there this deep into the race. Why not get on them early? Villeneuve and Asylum do pit.
I was going to say, Silent must feel, he's got to feel pretty good at this point now with the wheel. I mean, he's probably still got a ways to go before he feels really confident, but at least he's battling. He's, competitive. He's in the middle of the field. New setup, new wheel. So,
Okay.
glad to see it.
Is there a chance that Rex pit early to try and minimize the undercut from Carson? Because he's come out behind him, but really not as far as I expected. He's right there.
Well, he's
He's on the
definitely got the
faster
advantage
tire.
now for the next
Absolutely advantage
five,
Rex
six
here.
laps, anyways. If I were Carson, I'd be doing as much as I could to get into DRS of Hightower.
Interesting here, Spot Up Triples has tagged onto the back of Asylum and Villeneuve, who've just come out on fresh mediums. And they're not too far off Jetju. So Jetju going to be under threat here, with that penalty especially. Rex Carson now within the DRS range of Hightower.
So our leader, Matt Legin, I still have failed to look up what Matt Legin means. If I want to be his friend for life, he told me if I figured out what that was, we could be friends for life. I refuse to search it online. I'll find out in my own way what that
So what
means.
you're saying is I was going to say, you're trying to say you don't want to be his friend for life? Comes Carson down the inside. Beautiful move there.
Oh,
Pressure
wow.
mediums, but he goes really deep. Couldn't get it stopped. And Hightower and Rex having a look now.
Oh, they can't go three wide there. Close.
I think there's a little contact with Rex and Carson there. Here comes Rex all over Carson. Already seen a crash earlier. We don't need to see
Ooh,
another.
Carson
Goes
wide.
wide. Oh, and there goes the captain out of the race.
Oh,
he's
no.
in the pits. Okay, he's in the pits.
Oh, hey.
I was
hey.
thinking, safety car, please. Really spice things
Oh,
up.
no, there
Oh,
goes
no!
Rex. Or Hightower. Who was that? I was on. No, that was Carson.
It was
Carson.
Carson, yeah. I think Rex and Carson touched in that chicane, and it was going to be a busy week in the steward's room. There's a few incidents now.
I just want to thank Carson. Carson, thanks. I'm sorry, the captain. Thanks so much for participating. I know that you were questioning whether you wanted to or not. But kudos to you. Glad you could make it and you raced. Unfortunately, it didn't go your way, but there's always next week.
Soy and Terminal into the pits. Jinnit into the pits as well. So, really, it's up to Jinnit now. Let's see where Jinnit comes out. So, Jinnit, way behind Rex, on the fresh softs, though. Jinnit coming out behind Hightower on old mediums. I'll dispatch him quickly. Soy Loco on the fresh softs. Terminal on the fresh softs. Where are they going to come out compared to some of these other guys? Jet Jew. Oh, this is going to be good. Look at this. Soy Loco comes out right on the tail of all these other guys on the fresh mediums. And right back into it. And we got some action at the front. Jinnit goes through.
Yeah, Jinnit's got a...
Back to this battle for P6. Jetju trying to hang on. He's getting hounded by Asylum here. Asylum, Villeneuve, Soy Loco all over Jetju here.
If I didn't like commentating so much with you, Bigga, I'd be out there right now. It seems like so much fun for these guys.
I like. You can go out. You can get out there and race.
No. I like having a beverage and hanging out. Oh, Jetju kind of. I don't drink when I race, so I mean I would on a Friday night, but.
Yeah, but like when you're doing the league race, you want to take it seriously and.
Oh, absolutely.
You're putting some effort into it.
No question about that.
Jetju's just not getting through that corner well at all, and he's under serious threat of losing place, like two places here. But yeah, I agree. It just got to a point where it was easier for me to be a quality commentator than to race.
I never thought of that. You'd prefer to have a beverage than race?
Absolutely. Every single night.
Well, you're here every Monday and now Thursday, so.
Well, the thing is, like, if I didn't take the reins here and run most streams, where would we be? Like, I don't know how reliably we would have these tiers streamed if I just didn't do it.
Hey,
So there's part of it is you know, some necessity, but it's mostly that I just enjoy it.
Man, I appreciate it. I really do. I think that it's so important for this league, and it's not vital, but it is very important. I believe that it lends. Geez, I mean, everybody, like we talked about this last week. Everybody races, and then they have these moments in the race that they're very proud of, and they just hope that it was caught on stream and that we could talk about it. We can't catch it all. However, I mean, there's two of us, and we both watch different things, so I think it's really, really important, and I'm glad that you do it. I'm glad that you put up with a lot of the bullshit, but you know,
it's really not as. It's not that hard for me because I just
support,
have lines. Though. I have lines and expectations.
Yep.
So once those lines are crossed and the expectations are let down, those are when push comes to shove and I just make the decisions. And that's kind of how it has to be. But as far as commentary goes, I mean, I just enjoy the racing. Like, for me, it's, you know, watching these guys go out there and, like, compete, and you race your peers and people that you respect and that you have rivalries with, but you can still get out there and just drive like normal people and not be total dickheads. That goes a long way, and you know, it's I absolutely think it's a necessity, and I felt like I wasn't enjoying my racing as much anymore, where I was enjoying the commentary more, and I feel like the commentary, as you said, is necessary for the growth of the league and to, you know, keep people invested as well. So I felt like
absolutely.
my value was far superior as a broadcaster and stream the races as a commentator than to participate in them. Just be yet another car on the grid, not doing anything spectacular.
So as we were conversing about streaming and broadcasting, Janet has all of a sudden gotten right into Rex's gearbox, almost. He's definitely filled his mirror.
You want to talk about some chemistry, GP?
Sure.
Yeah. So I just moved back to this battle as I noticed that Janet had closed up the gap, and almost without any indication or any hint of it at all, you completely segue into, hey, Janet's caught up to Rex. And I'm like, wow, that's great, because we're looking at it already.
I'm watching the race. We might be chatting about different shit, but I'm still watching.
And that's the beauty of commentary.
Absolutely.
Can have a conversation with you, and it, you know, like someone joked around the other day, it's like GP and Big a podcast with a race going on in the background, and that's basically what it is. We're hanging out,
I didn't see
talking
that.
about racing. Yeah, no, someone said that. They're like, the GP and Big a podcast with a race in the background, and it's bang on, because that's what it is. There's two guys hanging out, love racing, like to chat, on the same page.
Oh, I mean, this is great. And another big part of this is, you know, having been here as long as I have, and you've been here obviously the entire time, we know these guys well enough. Obviously not personally, but in a lot of ways it is personal.
Janet down the inside, man, and it's so tight. Rex and Janet. Rex just tried to close the door, and Janet was like, no. Absolutely not.
Oh man, I think that Rex was just not ready for Janet to be getting ready for that turn, and oh man.
That don't know, man. I think Rex was a
That's
little
tough.
frustrated there and kind of ran into Jinnit. It did not look like. I think Jinnit had every right to be where he was. I think
Oh,
Rex was trying to
absolutely.
squeeze him appropriately. I think Jinnit was trying to say, "Hey, you got to leave a little more room than that." And then Rex ran into the back tire of Jinnit and pushed him off the road there.
Hmm.
Whether it was intentional or not, that's what happened. So
Absolutely.
I'm I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but that didn't look good.
Well, I've had some private
That looked
chats.
like two guys getting a little hot and one overreacted.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say as far as that went.
I hope it's not that. I really do. I hope it was more like
I
what
hope not either, but you
So, I
know,
mean, I was on board with Rex at that moment, and so I had his like his view. It again, I'm not saying that this is the way it happened. It just seemed to me like he was on the inside, Jinnit was on the outside, in front, and Jinnit was getting ready to take his left-hand turn there, and uh, unfortunately, Rex was not slowing down in time. It sucks. No matter what. No matter what.
yeah, I don't think that that's impossible. I definitely think that that's very likely. Um, but
Neither.
like from where Rex was, like maybe he was thinking, I'm gonna send this here, and maybe he didn't think Jinnit would come across the front of him
Hmm.
into the corner so quickly. But regardless, he was behind.
Yeah.
He was
Absolutely.
behind, and he ran into the back of Jinnit. So
Right. So
I
basically,
don't know what the intention was, but regardless, like I don't know, like there was no move there. There wasn't
so
anything there.
so the way I'm viewing it, and again, this is just my personal view of it. Janet being on the outside, he's trying to defend his position. He needs to turn a little sooner. Oh, big turbulence! What a save! He needs to turn a little sooner than Rex, and so I just don't think Rex was quite prepared for that. And again, just my opinion. I'm not stating fact.
Well, to me, I mean, I'm just trying to replay what I saw in my head, like right now. But to me, that looked like Jinnit was covering that inside line to make sure there was no dive bomb from Rex, and then Rex just kind of sent it anyway, hoping that Jinnit would open the corner up and allow him to go down there.
Mm-hmm.
It just was never on
No,
from that spot.
no, it was very tough.
Just yeah, Jinnit had that line covered, and I don't know why Rex would send it from there. Because like I'm jumping around the cameras, but what I did see them kind of bumping each other into turn one, where it was like it looked like Rex didn't want to give Jin any space, and Jin was kind of like, "No, I'm on the inside. You have to give me space." And then it resulted in the next incident in the following corner. So yeah. Either way, stewards will sort
Racing.
that. I guess I am a steward, so
Oh, you're a steward for this race?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
stewarding
cool.
for F2 because we had to take some guys out that wanted to race. So regardless, I'll get to take a look at it and see both angles from both cars and make a decision from there. But yeah, just on first initial
Well,
live viewing, it did not look good.
if for some strange reason Rex does not have his view, my stream, I was on board with him, so
Okay.
you can always check
Right.
that out on YouTube. It'd be, I think it's F1, GP F1 or GP
We'll
F1,
find it.
something like
We'll
that.
find it. We'll find it if necessary.
So,
Carson putting some
last
pressure
lap,
on
buddy.
Toblerone here, yeah. Final lap, and Carson putting some pressure on Toblerone. Rex has a decent lead over Jinnit. If he does pick up a penalty, it'll be about 5 seconds at minimum, I would think, and Jinnit's covered that, so probably will be okay, regardless of what happens. I'm not trying, either way, like I said, I'll be stewarding, but, like, I'm not biased. Like, for me, like, this league is like my little baby. So I try to run it as fairly and neutrally as possible. Like, I'm not going to, just because I thought Rex would, did something wrong or did something clumsy, if I see other evidence that could contradict that, I'm not going to be like, oh, I said on the stream this, so I can't go back against my word. I don't give a shit. I know I'm commentating. I can't tell what's really going on.
So one of the big things, though, is for me. I'm not a steward, so but neither one of these guys are those like habitual offenders. You know,
No.
every week they're doing something that makes you scratch your head. I won't name names, but there was.
Oh, Toblerone went full send on Carson, and it did not work. All
Um,
right, so Rex wins it. Jinnit 3.6 behind, could be relevant if there's penalties applied. Carson will pick up P3. Toblerone will be P4. Asylum P5. Soy P6. Villeneuve P7. Terminal P8. Jetchu 9th, and Swap Triples picks up 9th. Good result for Villeneuve. That's some solid points yet again this week. Soy Loco, and his night kind of unraveled, but he deserved a lot better for both races.
so I can actually refer to Villeneuve as the old man.
Absolutely. What do you think about interviews? We got
Let's
Rex,
do it.
Jinnit. Okay, I'm just.
That's up to you. You're leading the stream, and I'll do whatever.
No,
I'm
I
fine
don't mind
without.
doing the interviews. I'm just wondering, should we bring Rex and Jinnit in? Do we think that they're hot, or do you think that
No, I don't think that they're hot. And if they are, well,
we can get
that's
through an interview without any drama?
absolutely. We
You
can.
know what?
Let's
I'll tell you
diffuse
what.
it. Let's diffuse
Yeah.
it.
Well, no. If there's any bullshit, we pull the plug. We cancel the interviews and we move on and we figure it out after. Deal? I'm just saying, just in case.
That's fine.
They looked like they were a little frustrated with each other before that incident, so
I won't force the issue.
I'm just saying. Well, you know what? Let's get them in and hopefully we can keep it all
Maybe.
copacetic and calm.
Let's hope they'll come in. Let's hope they'll join us.
It could be spicy otherwise, but yeah, we'll give it a go.
Well, you know what?
Rex, Jinnit, and Carson. Let's get the invites out. No, it's fine.
What's that? Is it not Maury Povich, but what was the other guy that had that freaking daytime show that everybody was like,
Jerry Springer.
yeah. This is
Yeah.
not Jerry Springer. We're not. This is not what we're about here.
Mm-hmm.
So, question for you, Matt Lejeune. Team is Van Amersfoort Racing. What is
Van Amersfoort Racing.
Yeah, what is that? Is that a
I'm assuming a Dutch team, but I don't
Dutch team?
know what it means.
He does have the orange.
Rex, Jinnit, Carson. I'm pretty sure it's a Dutch team. Van Amersfoort is the most Dutch name I've ever seen. Rex,
Verstappen?
Jinnit, Carson. Okay. I mean, maybe somewhere down the line.
All right, so we have about, 7 minutes or so to conduct this to reach the unofficial deadline of interviews of
You know what? It's
9:30
break week. You go crazy, bud. Last week
American.
we ran a podcast till like quarter to 10, so who gives a
Okie dokie.
shit? You do what
Let's
you
hope they.
want. You got questions? You got.
Oh man, yeah. I just want to chat with these guys. These guys are good guys. I'm not looking to incite. Let's put it that way. I like to smile and laugh, so that's what I'm going for. Tick, tick, tick. Jenna may have just decided to go to bed. Nope, there's Rex. All right, we got one. Put the guns away, Rex. We're not going to have any firearms here in the after race interviews, okay, bud? Well, I mean, I've had conversations with Rex a couple times, and late nights on a Friday after a Friday night race, and Rex likes. He's a hunter. He has rifles and shit. So that's the reference. That's it. There's no more than that. There's Carson. We just so order finish was Rex, Chinnet, Carson. Is that correct? Okay, so I could start with Carson. If Chinnet doesn't show up, we'll just go to Rex. Sound good? Hey Carson, how are you? How do you feel about your race? No, you don't know. Oh, so you and oh really? So you and Asylum are in the same vein here. You guys both have just gotten new wheels, so well, you have to feel pretty good then. I mean, you finished P3. A lot of these guys are very fast, so I'd be happy with a P3. How do you feel about the How do you feel about the F2 cars and their handling? Mm-hmm. So take us through your race. Give us some insight into what was going on through your mind as the race evolved. Did the safety car come out at a time where you felt that was a good time for you, or was it a bad time for you? Because I feel that it's either or.
More damaging.
Well, you overcame it. Um, so again, congratulations. We don't have Janet with us. So well, congratulations, Carson, on your podium P3 finish. So I'm just gonna abstractly congratulate Janet, one of my good racing friends from way back when, and love racing Janet. Unfortunately, he is in Europe, and it is like 2 o'clock for him. So I will begrudgingly excuse him from the interviews. He usually makes them, even though the time difference. But congratulations, Janet. Good job. All right, Carson. I'm sorry, Rex. T Rex. Congratulations, P1. Where'd you start? How'd the qualifying and then sprint race work out for you? Because I don't remember. I don't remember where you finished in the sprint. I'm sorry, for the qualifying and then the sprint. Rex? Rex? Yeah, Rex, speak up. Speak up, buddy. That's okay. P2. All right, so very simple question. Take us through your race as you saw it. I mean, how did the race evolve for you as you went through it? Did it work out the way you wanted to? Was there a point in time where you thought you were out of luck, or did things break your way? So take us through your race. Well, Rex, for me, Rex, I mean, I was on board with you when that turned to. I don't even when that happened. And of course, I'm just watching, and it seemed to me as though there was you couldn't plan to intent that really, because it seemed to me like you were your my mindset would have been to hold off that inside as much as I could. And what happened is that the outside car, Janet, has to try to protect that inside. And from my point of view, it seemed like Janet broke as he should. I mean, there was no, and he tried to protect the inside by taking the corner early, and you were being aggressive as well, and it just didn't work out. You guys kind of came into each other. From my point of view, I don't think that there was anything intent, but I mean, I saw it one time, so I don't know. Let me ask you this, Rex. Did you have it ever in your mind to slow down and maybe let him come back and give the position back? And this is... Go. Okay. Fair enough. Well, congratulations. Great race. I mean, I don't know about Bigga, but I think I know. We just have a great time watching you guys. It was a great race, a lot of fun. So congratulations to everybody that raced, and thanks a lot for racing, because Bigga and I enjoyed it gratefully, immensely. So thanks. So I hand it up to our founder, our Bigga. There you go. Our leader. Thanks, guys. See ya. Thanks, Bigga. See you on Monday. Looking forward to it. Well, not much is happening in the league until then, so, I mean, we both have our lives going on in between there. I definitely look forward to it. Yep, that's right.
All right.
Take care, buddy.